thanks for joining. If you're new here, I'm Wendy and this is Nina's Jewels. My husband and I buy things at thrift stores, garage sales, and flea markets to sell online and flip for a profit. If that's content you're interested in, you're in the right place. Today's video is going to be a story time on when I had to call the USPS to complain about something that happened regarding our package pickup. If I'm being honest, I was really shocked about what they told me, and I think you will be too. Actually, to tell this story, I think I'm going to need some coffee, so let me go get that and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. Got my coffee, got my comfy sweater, and I'm ready to go. So I want to start this video by saying that for the most part, we have really great luck and great service with the USPS. We ship almost all of our packages, most of our packages with the USPS, and for the most part, they make it to their destination on time. They make it to their destination in good condition, and we don't really have a lot of issues. And we also have a really great regular mail carrier. Like our regular route mail carrier is excellent. His name is Roy. We adore him. He does an excellent job. He is such an asset to the post office. He always makes sure that the right mail is in the right place. He always makes sure that he scans our packages when he picks them up. And he has also gone above and beyond before to help us locate a missing package. So we want to give a personal shout out to Roy and let him know how much we appreciate him. But unfortunately for us, Roy can't work 6 days a week. As much as we personally would like Roy to work 6 days a week, Roy has days off and Roy deserves days off. So when Roy has days off, we have substitute mail carriers. And we have problems when we have substitute mail carriers. And most of the problems are minor, and most of the time it's not a big deal. We are able to be gracious and overlook most of the minor issues. But recently, we have had 2 more egregious issues that have resulted in me having to file complaints with the post office. And I'm feeling really frustrated about the responses that I've gotten from them. And I wanted to share that. So I'll start off by saying also that the house that we live in doesn't have any special circumstances regarding the access to the front door. The front door is easily accessible. It's not located behind a gate. There's no gate code. There's no restricted access. There's no side door that we put our mail at. It's just, any standard house. You just walk right up to the front door and we keep a bin on the porch where we keep our outgoing packages. So there's no confusion or easily confusing situation with that. But about a month ago, and the other thing I should also mention is that we are very conscientious ourselves about making sure that when we do a package pickup request, that we always have the exact number of packages in the request, along with the types of packages like first class, priority, medium mail, and the approximate weight. And then once that request is done, if we have another order come in that we want to ship out, we'll either alter that request, we'll go in and make a change and increase the number of packages, or if it's too late to do that, we don't throw that package on top of the pile and just hope that they take it. We will drive that package to the post office ourselves. So we're very respectful of the fact that we know that the mail carriers have limited space in their trucks and that they rely on those package pickup requests with that information on there to plan for their day. And so we don't we try to provide them that information ahead of time so they can plan. Because I know that that they will sometimes send out additional carriers for package pickup requests that are very large, and they'll send out additional folks to certain homes or certain businesses to do the package pickup requests if they're extra large, and that putting extra pieces on top of that sometimes throws off their planning. So we try to be very conscientious of that as well. So anyway, about a month ago, we had a package pickup going out, and it was usually we're home, someone is home 6 days or 4 days a week. And then one of the weekdays, both my husband and I are out. We work out of the home 1 day a week. And that particular day, an Amazon delivery came, and the Amazon delivery driver placed that package either on top of or right next to all of the USPS outgoing mail packages. Well, on the days that Roy works, he scans all of the outgoing packages individually on our porch to make sure that they, not only to scan them in as a receipt of pickup and to get them entered into the tracking system, but I would assume also to make sure that they are all outgoing packages and that he's not accidentally taking something that is an incoming package. So what happened on this particular day was it was a substitute mail carrier, and they just picked up that whole bin of packages, carried it out to the truck and dumped it in the truck. But they didn't even scan it when they got to the truck. They just dumped it all in the truck and left. And so they took our package from Amazon with them. And it was a big package of bubble wrap that we had ordered for our business. So it was quite an expensive package too, because if you're a reseller, you know that bubble wrap is not cheap. So we knew that had all taken place because we have cameras, and we had seen the delivery driver from Amazon come and drop the package off. And then several hours later, we had seen the USPS mail carrier come and pick up the packages without scanning them, along with the Amazon package, and take it out to his truck and dump it, or her truck, and dump it out there and not scan them and then drive away. And we were like watching this unfold on video, and we're like, oh my gosh, what is happening? So I actually filed a complaint on USPS.com using their help and contact system. And I pretty quickly got a response via email from a supervisor named Janice. And she said in the email, she apologized and said, we will try to retrieve your package and we will speak to the mail carrier in question. So I'm thinking, great, we might get our package back, and they will notify the carrier that they need to scan the packages. This is, what I'm thinking is going to happen in my head. Well, guys, that's not what happened. Not only did we not get our package back, but a month later, the exact same thing happened again with a different substitute mail carrier. So once again, an Amazon package was delivered, dropped off on or near the outgoing packages. And once again, a different substitute mail carrier just picked up the packages and walked off with them to the truck without scanning them, and took our Amazon package of shipping supplies and drove off with them. And once again, we're watching this unfold on video, and I'm just shocked. Like, how is this happening again? How are they not scanning it? It is their job to scan the items when they receive them. That enters it into the tracking system. That's the receipt. That's the receipt of receipt. That is their job. Like, if I hand a package to a clerk at the post office, they scan it in saying, I've received it. So the mail carrier, when they pick up the item off your porch, they should scan it. They're receiving it. That's the first contact with the package. They're receiving it. How are they not scanning it? I'm just like confused. And I'm like, when are they scanning it? How do we know that they've picked it up? So once again, I go on USPS.com and I file a complaint. This time my tone is a little angrier because I'm angry. I'm angry. I'm getting angry again right now. I'm gonna take a sip of coffee. So this time, she can probably sense my hostility. Janice calls me. And when she calls, I happen to be in the car with my husband. So we talked to her via speakerphone. And I could tell that she was on the defense, but we were very calm. We didn't, get hostile with her or anything. And we had a very civilized conversation. And she very carefully explained the process to us about how when they pick up a package by mistake, those packages end up at a USPS warehouse, and then they are delivered back to the whoever they're originated from. So in this case, they would be delivered back to Amazon. So then it's our responsibility to get in touch with Amazon and try to get a refund, which we have not successfully done at this point. So at this point, we're just out our packing materials and out our money. And she basically told us at this point, there's no hope of us getting those packages back. She also told us, and this is the part that absolutely shocked me, she said that, and I'm pretty much going to try to quote what she said. She said that postal workers, mail carriers are overworked, that they have upwards of 900 locations to pick up at, and that they are not required, nor are they expected to scan packages at the package pickup location. I was dumbfounded. I asked her to repeat it back to me, and she repeated it back to me, that mail carriers are not expected, nor are they required to scan packages at the package pickup location. And so I said, Janice, how is that possible? That is their job. Isn't that the job? That is the receipt. That is the beginning of the tracking system. That's the moment that the package enters the possession of the United States Postal Service. How do I, as the shipper, know that you've taken possession of my package unless you scan it at that moment? And while she couldn't really or didn't really answer that portion of my question, she just repeated that they aren't required to scan it at that moment, and that it will eventually get scanned when it reaches the distribution center or the post office or wherever that truck is going to end up at. And I think I may have asked her to repeat it a couple more times because I was just so incredulous at what she was saying. Because I just kept saying, isn't it their job to scan it? It's their job to scan it. And she kept telling me, they're overworked. And I was saying, well, I get being overworked. I have 3 jobs. I'm also overworked. But if I'm not doing my job, I don't have a job anymore. Like, that's the job. And, I have sympathy for the fact that postal workers are overworked and they're working really hard, but that's a really integral part of the job, scanning the package in and knowing where the package is at all times. And if the package is not scanned at pickup and it's on the truck and it falls off the truck, or something happens to it between the time it's picked up at the initial location and the time it gets to the post office or the distribution center, there's just no record of that. It terrifies me what could potentially happen. And so after I got off the phone with her and she insisted that there's no requirement for them to scan, I started thinking, I am just not comfortable with leaving my packages on the porch for package pickup Roy's not going to be the one that's picking them up, and we can't, you know, he's not there every day, and we don't know which days he has off necessarily. I just can't do package pickup anymore because of that. So we have started driving all of our packages to the post office and making sure that we can get a scan, because otherwise it makes us too uncomfortable. We have to know that they're getting scanned in. And I still now do not think that that's right. How can that possibly be right that they don't have to scan them in? That cannot be right. And I've tried to research it online to see if I can get more information, but I cannot find anything. So I'm wanting to see what you guys think or what you know. Should mail carriers have to scan the packages at pickup? Am I wrong for thinking that they should? How do you send your packages? Do you put them on your porch for package pickup? Did you know that this might be a thing that postal workers aren't required to scan them? Do you take them to the post office to drop them off? Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about my whole experience. Did I handle this correctly? What could I have done differently? What could I do differently in the future? What we're thinking about doing is we've ordered some really tacky, honestly, some really tacky signage for our front porch to designate an incoming and an outgoing area. And we may try to do that and see how that works, but I'm still really iffy about it, because even if they pick up and drop off at the right area, they aren't necessarily scanning it. So that doesn't resolve that issue. So give me your thoughts. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to hit the like button and make sure to subscribe. We're trying to reach a goal of 100 subscribers. And when we do, we are going to have a $100 giveaway, $100 in gift card giveaways. So you want to make sure and be a part of that. And we will see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.